Hi, I'm David Gross with Conde Systems, back with you to share a little bit of my wisdom for sublimation success. Well, in front of me we have our latest addition to the Dytrans family of sublimation printers, the Ricoh SG3110DN. This video will help you align the printer. All printers may need alignment occasionally in their life. Some printers might need alignment right out of the box. And you might wonder why. Well, our friends at UPS and FedEx, which are great friends of mine, sometimes they're a little rough in handling these little printers. Might roll it down the street or something like that, or it might fall. And if it does, the print head alignment might get off. And this video is going to help you do that. So as a starting point for the video, this printer has two kinds of alignments. It has what we call paper feed adjust, and that's the alignment as the printer prints down the page. As the printer prints down, it prints a band, then moves the paper a little bit, prints another band. Well, if it moves too much paper, you get a white line. If it moves too little paper, you get a dark line. And so this printer has an alignment for us to set that. It's called paper feed adjust. The other alignment is actually going across the page, and that's called the print head position. And if that alignment is off, you sort of maybe things look like they have a shadow to them. The color planes may not be precisely aligned. Now, on the print head position alignment, there are three versions of the print head position alignment for the three quality levels of this printer. And while we're there, guess what? We're going to do all three. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do some stuff at the front panel to print the reports. Then we're going to look at the reports. And then we're going to go back to the front panel and make adjustments as necessary. Now, this particular printer here was my first SG3110 printer, and when I got it, which was some time ago, I did have to adjust the print head position and the paper feed adjust. They were off just a little bit, and I'm one of these engineers, I want it to be perfect. So this may be something you have to go through. It's not hard. It helps, of course, if you have young eyes, which I don't. You may need a little magnifying glass to actually look at the patterns, but I think it's well worth doing. Now, I do recommend when you do this alignment that you do it on our Dytrans SPP paper. The reason is that paper has minimal dot gain, which simply means things are going to look very sharp because the alignments are a little bit, close together, and so if the dot is big, it's a little hard to see the difference between one and the other. So come on in and I'll show you from the front panel what we need to do for the first alignment, which is going to be the paper feed adjust. What we're going to do is access the menu system first. You push the menu key and it'll light up. Push the menu key again, and we want to go down to maintenance. Okay, at maintenance we'll push the enter key and we're going to go down to paper feed adjust, which adjusts paper feed. We're going to push the enter key, and you'll notice it now says print test pattern. So we're going to print the test pattern. That's going to let us see what's going on. Okay, this is our printout from the paper feed adjust. And you'll see that you've got numbers plus 14, minus 14, and the pattern we're after are these patterns just to the right of that. And if we look at the extremes, it'll tell us what we're looking for, and that is, if you look at that line there, you'll see that the left side is higher than the right side. It's offset. And even though it's a slight amount, it would indicate that the print head alignment's off a fair amount. And so what we're looking for is which one of these between minus 14 and plus 14 is actually completely straight. Now, you're absolutely welcome to get a magnifying glass to see which one. And if we look here, I've already put my printer in alignment, and we're set at 0. And the way I sort of do it, that helps me do the alignment, is I look at minus 2 and plus 2, and if they're offset by the same amount, that means 0 is the sweet spot. And in this case, minus 2 and plus 2, I can see the offset on minus 2 on the plus 2 a little bit. So, it could possibly be -1 here or +1, you know, if we look at it very close. But at any rate, this printer is in alignment. That line looks very straight. And so if you did see an issue with it, let's say the +2 was the straightest one, you'd want to go back to the front panel, you'd want to go to the paper feed adjust and enter a +2 value, print out the report again, and then confirm that now 0 is the straightest. So when you enter +2, essentially it's a sliding number line, and +2 now slides up to be 0. And so again, this is the paper feed adjust alignment, which is going down the page. And if you've got too much space going down the page, you'll get white lines. Too little, you'll get a dark line. Okay, we're going to push the menu key, down arrow key to maintenance, and down arrow key to paper feed adjust paper feed, push the enter key. Now it's on print head, print test pattern. We push the down arrow key, we'll go to adjustment, push the enter key. Now this would be where if we need to make an adjustment, we could. It's set on 0 now. If we go down, we're going to be at -1. If we go up, it'd be +1. And so you're able, even though the print test itself it goes to +2, -2, you're able to tweak it a little bit if you look at the report and just want to make a sort of half a change. And so once we make that change, whatever it is, we would push the enter key and that would lock it in place. Now after you make a change, you absolutely want to go back up and print the test pattern again to verify that you like the results. And you would stay in that loop until you're getting very clean, consistent results. Now we're going to do the print head position. We'll push the menu key, down arrow key to maintenance, enter, and then down arrow key to head position. Push the enter key. Now it says print test pattern, and when we get to this point, like I told you earlier, there are 3 alignments based on the quality. There's high speed, there's standard, and there's high quality. Okay? You need to do all 3. For the purpose of the video, I'm just going to do one to show you. I'm going to do standard. So we will push the key. It's going to print the pattern. Okay, this is the printout from the print head position, which is the alignment going across the page. This is the standard quality, and you'll notice that we have an A alignment, B alignment, and C alignment, and they're related to the color planes of the printer. And again, same concept as the paper feed adjust, we're looking for straight lines. Now, what we're really after, to show you what a line that is not straight, if we look up here at, say, +4, right here, you'll notice that this line is offset, that the top portion is moved further to the left than this portion here. And that's probably a little hard to see on camera, sorry about that. So if we scan across the A, we're looking for these top lines here, and we're looking for which ones are the straightest. And so if we look on this, you know, it's a pretty close call between 0 and +1, but it's probably 0 here, something like that. And then we go to the B row, and we could do the exact same thing. Now, obviously, get you a lens, magnifying glass, loop to help you see what's happening here. But essentially, we want to do A, B, and C. If we do make changes, we want to go to the front panel and enter those in. And then after we make a change, we want to print out the pattern and see if we like it. See if it's now the straightest one. And so 0 should be where we want to be at. That's our goal, is to make 0 perfectly straight with these lines right here. So that's what we're after. Those lines right there need to be perfectly straight. Obviously, these are really easy to do because you've got 2 colors. You know, you got magenta up here and down below black, so that makes it quite easy. Now, if I turn our attention to the high quality report, it's exactly the same concept. We've got 3 rows, and we want to pick the value that has the straightest lines. And then I'll show you the speed report. This report only has 1 row, but exactly the same concept. And this one's easy to do because of the color lines. we're looking for the one that has the straightest lines here, and that looks pretty good. So 0 looks good. So I've done a good job with this printer. So if we need to make a change in the print head position, go to the menu key, down arrow key to maintenance, enter, down arrow key to head position, enter, and we're going to push the down arrow key at this point in time to adjustment. And we would choose which adjustment we wish to do, whether it be high speed or standard or high quality. So let's go into the standard. And again, as we saw in the report, it has 3 alignments, and you would pick which one you want to adjust, A, B, or C. Okay, A, B, or C. And let's say we wanted to do B. We'd push the enter key, and there's our values. And we would adjust them up or down, depending on what the report showed us. Well, I hope that was informative to you. Another tip is that if you do hook the printer up Ethernet, which I'm a big fan of that, you can pull up in your browser the IP address of the printer, and you can get to all the alignments directly from the printer's web page. I think that actually makes it a little bit easier than doing the front panel. Well, let me know your feedback. If you have a problem, you get stuck, you don't understand, you need some clarification, absolutely pick up the phone and call our tech support group. Who knows, I might be on the phone with you when you call. Well, this has been David Gross with Conde Systems. Thank you.